Hi everybody, this is Meiko Martin from www.bizbuzzin.com, and today I am working on video number 4 of my 21-day video challenge sponsored by the Superwoman Connection and Layla Black. So today's subject is they asked us to share our role model or mentor. And I actually have 3 aspects to my life. So I have different people for each of those things. And I thought it would be better to share the mentor that I have for each role that I have in my life. So let's start with the role of mother. That one's easy because my role model was my mother, and I think that she was a super mom. Even though at this late point in life, she's 91 years old, and we may still have arguments or whatever because she's now living with us, and it's almost like raising her, but she's still my mom, and she's always going to be my mom. And there were some very important parts of her life that made her the way she is, and those characteristics that came out of what she went through made her the perfect role model as a mother for me. The first one was that she was very determined. Some people may even say that she was stubborn, but actually, whatever you want to call it, she was very determined. And the reason I say that is because we grew up kind of poor as children, because my dad did not sustain a job for very long periods of time. So my mother realized very early on that if we were going to get out of being poor, that she was going to have to get a job, because she would have to be the breadwinner for the family, because she would be the most reliable person. The issue was that she didn't speak very good English at that point, and so she had to find something that she didn't have to speak very much. My mother has always been a great seamstress, so she went to a department store and asked if they needed somebody to do alterations, and she lucked out at that point and was able to find a department store that needed somebody in alterations. So that was how she started. And she did a very good job for them, and she made lots of money. Well, not really lots of money, but she made good money, enough money so that she could go to school and do what she thought would be the next best job, and that would to be a cosmetologist. And she excelled in her class in that. She learned all the chemical treatment. She learned everything about customer service and everything else. And she became a wonderful, wonderful student. And when it came time for her to graduate, there were several high-end salons that were vying for her as an operator for their businesses. So she ended up going to an exclusive area of town and working, and she made very good tips. Her tips were much better than her actual base salary, but she made a very good living for us, and we were able to, from that point, we were able to buy a home. My mom and my dad both ended up being able to have their own vehicles, and it was, it was because of her determination to get us out of the state where we were of near poverty level to a better place. And I love her for that. I love that in her, and I think that has kind of grained through me as well. The other part of what she was, and actually worked together with that, was her protectiveness and her selflessness and her love of family. So all of that combined with her determination helped her become the woman that she needed to be to help her family and to make sure that we were protected, that we wouldn't be starving. And it was her selflessness. She worked many 5 days a week, and sometimes she was on her feet all day long and never got to rest. She got Mondays and Sundays off, and she worked around the house and did cleaning and stuff on those days off. So she never really got a day of rest. So I love my mom for all of the sacrifices that she's made for me and the rest of the family, and she is definitely my role model as a mother. As a woman of faith, I have a very good friend. Her name is Cindy Collins, and to me, she is the ultimate woman of faith. Of all of the women that I've met, even as a child, I had a godmother, but Cindy beats even my godmother out. She is truly, truly devoted to God. She is a responsible person. She delivers the goods as it goes, as far as every rule from the Bible. And she is a good wife. She's a good mother. She's a good Christian. She is just everything that she can be as a model of a woman of faith. She is responsible in that she got married to a man who had children of his own. So with her own children being their second marriage for both of them, she raised all of the children together and did a wonderful job with them, and was so innovative in the different little things that she created and did with them that when you have a pack of children under you, it's hard to keep everybody involved and interested and out of trouble. But she did it. She did a wonderful job with that. And now they're all grown up, and they love her like their own mother. So I think that is just a wonderful accomplishment that she was able to do. The other thing that she has is a peaceful acceptance. She went through a terrible tragedy recently. Well, actually two, because one was that her father the home was broken into, and her father had gotten beat up by these people that came into the house. And that was a very hard thing for her. But she worked with her dad and comforted him and helped him so that he was finally comfortable enough to go back to his home and live in his own home again. And then, not more than a couple months later, her house burned down. Not completely, but it was devastated to the point where they had to move out of the home and into their camper. And when you move from a home to a camper, you're really losing a lot of space. And she did that without a blink of an eye. She figured out a solution. She did it. She accepted the fact. She didn't cry around to everybody, oh, why me? Why did this happen? And God must hate me and this and that. No, she didn't do that. She just took it as something that happens in life, and she dealt with it. And I think that's the most wonderful thing about her, is how she deals with these different little things that happen to her in life, and doesn't try to blame somebody else for things that have happened, and just takes them on, finds a solution, and takes care of it, and then goes on. That is what I admire a lot about her in that direction. And of course, her love of God. She studies all the time, and when she's not studying, she's out doing ministry, helping other people study and learn about the Bible and how to read the Bible and answer questions about the Bible. And if you're not a Christian out there, I'm not trying to convert you or anything. I'm just saying that, to me, as a woman of faith, this is a role model for me. You will have your own role models, of course, for that part of your life, because we all have different religions, and that is a personal choice. And I am not trying to, I hope I'm not offending anybody by by this video and explaining how she is my role model, but this is very strong feeling for me, and I love her very much as a friend and as a woman of faith, and so I wanted to point her out in my video. Now, I have another aspect of my life, and as you know, I'm a businesswoman, and I have met in the last month two of the most wonderful women in the network business world that I have definitely set up as my role models together. As they work separately, they have different personalities, and they work in different ways, but they are superwoman, and they were brought to the stage at an event I was at recently, and they were given recognition, and at that point I wanted to be like them. I wanted people to look up to me and see what wonderful things I may have done, and some of the things that made them get to that point are the characteristics that I want to bring out here. One of the characteristics is focus. And obviously, when a woman especially has a business, you have to have a lot of focus. And there are a lot of things that are going to be pulling you in all sorts of directions. And you want to make sure that when it comes to your business, that you're focused on your business and that you treat it as a business. And that is so important in order for you to succeed. And these women know how to focus, and they help teach people how to focus. The other thing is their energy. There is something about, is it the way they love their job, what they're doing? Is it the way that they love people? I don't know what it is, but the energy level that they have is just explosive. And it's something that I want to have in my business and in my personality. I want that to be a characteristic of me when I am doing my business, because you see, I've only been in business for myself for a few months now, so I have a lot to learn. And that's why I'm taking this video challenge, because I have a lot to learn about doing videos and marketing and things like that. So I want to learn from the best. And Tracy and Rhonda are two of the best. Another thing that they're really good at is finding resources. They will go out and research anything new strategies, new techniques, new tools, and they have brought it all together into a package that is available for us. And that's the fourth part, is because they love people, that they love sharing what they've learned and helping other people become successful too. And that's what I'm trying to do in my business. So why wouldn't I want to try and model myself after these two great women who were recognized for their efforts and have all of the characteristics that I want to have? Now, something I want you to think about is, even though I have three different aspects of my life, there are some very common factors in the characteristics that I've pointed out for each of these women. And if you think about it, they include the strength to endure, because they've all gone through struggles. Even Tracy and Rhonda did not start at the top. Everybody started at the bottom. And even Cindy, she didn't know anything when she first started studying the Bible, and then when she started studying, then she learned more and she was able to teach others. So everybody started at nothing, and then they endured whatever it was that they had to endure through their lives to develop them into the type of women that they are. The power to overcome is very obvious in all of them. They have that whatever struggles they've gone through, they were able to overcome them and put them behind. That is so important. You have to be able to put things behind you. If you have a problem, don't think about the problem. Think about a solution. And that's what everybody has done. All of my role models, they have found a problem, and then they found a solution to that problem instead of letting that problem take over their lives. And that's another reason why they are my role models, because that's what I want to be able to do. And the third factor that is common in all of them is their unselfish love of people. So whether it be children, whether it be your neighbors down the street, or whether it be other businesswomen or men, you have to love people. And, you know, an important part of that is loving yourself too. Because if you love yourself, if you're confident in yourself, if you respect yourself, then you will be able to love other people and help them. So those are my role models. And I hope that you found that this information that I shared today was helpful to you, and that you may be able to use this information and find people that are your role models and be able to be imitators of them, or at least use them as maybe like a goal or something, that this is the type of person that you want to be, and turn that into yourself and become that person, but in your own way. You don't want to exactly be a clone, but you want somebody to model after, because it's just like a recipe, right? If you have a recipe, then what you make should come out looking like the picture on that recipe, right? So that's what you want. You want yourself to come out looking like or being like the person that your role model is. Well, that's the end of today's challenge, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please tune in for my next video. I have several more to go. I have to do 21 days. So I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.